Okay, it's a couple minutes after. I think we'll go ahead and get started. We might have a couple people show up after we get started. That's okay. I do want to let everyone know that we record this presentation. So it will be available to view. We'll send it out to everyone. It will be available to view after our compliance department approves the recording. So it usually takes a few days, but we will get it out. We're really excited today to have Barb Wright with us to be talking about travel. She's a luxury travel designer and the founder of Travel Right with Barb. She works with clients seeking highly personalized, well-managed travel experiences. With a lifelong connection to travel and years of professional expertise, she brings a strategic, detail-driven approach to designing journeys that reflect her clients' lifestyles, values, and time priorities. She specializes in managing complex itineraries, milestone travel, immersive global experiences for individuals and families who appreciate thoughtful planning, discretion, and proactive support. Much like a wealth advisor, Barb focuses on long-term relationships, anticipating needs, mitigating risk, and ensuring every detail is handled with care. Sounds like a wonderful vacation to me. um, Known for her responsiveness, destination insight, and concierge level service, Barb helps her clients travel confidently, knowing their time and investments are being thoughtfully protected. Her goal is simple: to make travel effortless, meaningful, and exceptionally well executed. I personally met Barb several years ago through Central Exchange, and I can tell that she is really passionate and has a lot of positive energy when it comes to creating amazing experiences for her clients. I know she's had a lot of personal travel as well, which I think provides her unique perspective on understanding all those details that she's handling and what is needed to make a truly amazing once in a lifetime trip. So I'm excited to see what she has prepared for us today. All right, take it away, Barb.
Thanks, Michelle. Thank you for the kind words and the lovely introduction.
Yes.
It's such an honor to be your guest speaker for InfiniTALKS today. And I thank Infinitas for inviting me. But let's get this party started. You guys rely on Infinitas to optimize your financial assets. The ultimate purpose of that wealth is to buy back your time. I believe that free time is your most precious, non-renewable asset. This presentation is designed to ensure the highest return on life and your investment when spending that time. You know, it's been said years and years and years, who you know matters. So I'm aligned with Largate Travel, which is proudly endorsed by Forbes Travel Guide. And I'm also a member of Virtuoso Travel, which is a consortium that unlocks the top 1% of global travel inventory. Just like as Infinitas grants access to institutional grade financial instruments, my partnerships and affiliations bring unparalleled experience, expertise, and exclusive perks. Your financial plans are designed with your goals in mind. It's my belief that your travel should be designed that way too. No two financial plans are the same, and no two trips should be the same. So let's just face the elephant in the room. You're probably asking yourself, why should I use a travel advisor? Can't I just book it on my own? Of course you can. But when you miss your connecting flight, like a client of mine recently did, they texted me. Instead of sleeping on the floor at the airport or scrambling themselves, I reserved them a hotel room nearby. I also communicated with the hotel where they were supposed to be staying that night. So when they finally arrived the next day, they not only received an upgraded room, but also a $100 spa credit, and their night that they weren't there was forgiven and refunded. Perks that are nearly impossible to obtain when you're booking via online bookings. Have any of you ever experienced those wonderful travel incidents? One of the pitfalls that the DIY book it myself person gets is Have you ever gone down the internet rabbit hole? You type in a question and you receive hours of information. So then you get the analysis paralysis with that amount of information. You can type into Chat GPT, I want to go to Italy, and it will give you a great itinerary. But it might be a very ambitious itinerary, overly scheduled, or it leaves you wondering, how do I get from point A to point B? When you're using a travel advisor, you have personally curated vacations and fiduciary level care. So we're mitigating the risks of travel and saving you time. You didn't build your wealth by wasting money. The difference is the value added to save your time and give you a higher ROI on your travel spend. John and Donna recently came to me. They wanted to see Italy. That was how we started the conversation. So we talked, okay, what do you want to feel when you're in Italy? What do you want to see? What do you want to tell people when you come back home? What do you want to do? How quickly do you want to see Italy? What pace do you want to see on a daily basis? What kind of hotel do you want to stay in? From all of that collaborative discussion, we created their seamless, romantic, authentic immersion into the Italian culture. So I arranged private after-hour tours, hand-picked boutique villas that would be just right for them, and then also those authentic immersions into the culinary culture of Italy, which is what they wanted. They wanted high touch, white glove treatment, lots of great wine and food. The result? They loved it. They had everything handpicked to meet their needs. So just like with your wealth management plan, it's built around your specific life goals. Every itinerary is built around your specific lifestyle goals, as well as your current stage of life. What might be right for you won't be right for your neighbor or your children. Many people wonder what's on the horizon for 2026, and actually right now is the time to start planning 2027. You know, luxury, it can mean many different things to different people. It can be the luxury of not wasting your precious time to do the research. It can mean that VIP experience, having your favorite drink waiting for you when you get to the hotel, or bypassing the 2-hour immigration line when you arrive in Rome, or the private visit to the Vatican, the Louvre, whatever your bucket list place is. Or imagine a private lunch in a villa with the family that owns the vineyard that you just toured, watching how wine was made and tasting their most recent wines. Here's what I'm seeing with a lot of my clients, grandparents who are taking their grandchildren on those first vacations to Europe, Africa, perhaps even New York City. There are these grandparents that are investing to build the legacy of memories. Because after we're gone, what else is left? It's also those family adventures together, the families creating the journeys for the family for the 50th anniversary to Grand Cayman Island, like my clients next June, or to Hawaii, or the family that wants the Disney cruise so they can all be together. People are looking to really unwind. that wellness and renewal, those mindful escapes where you're prioritizing yourself. Vacations, both domestically and abroad, that are designed to help you truly unplug, unwind, and both physically and mentally heal. And for those wild at heart, those immersive frontiers, I get a lot of requests for people wanting to expand beyond the traditional European circuits, looking into the remote expeditions, going to Kenya, to South Africa, Botswana, Morocco, gorilla trekking in Rwanda, expeditions to the Galapagos, safaris in New Zealand. Transformative travel. I think, well, maybe not everybody. I always say I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list. So people are looking for that transformative travel, those bucket list destinations. And a lot of them that I hear are Africa, Australia, New Zealand, Antarctica, Japan, Egypt, China. But then there are those hidden gems that people don't think about, like Slovenia, absolutely gorgeous, Croatia, Malta, the Seychelles in Africa, the Dolomites or Dolomiti in Italy, which is the Alps of Italy, absolutely gorgeous. The Azores in Portugal, going to Bhutan, great value for your money because it's still so unknown. It's not really where you go, but it's how you experience it. The private access, the local connections, the unexpected moments, museum visits after hours. Last month, I was at the Meritus House in near Amsterdam or Rotterdam, and it's where the lady with the pearl earring is housed. So after the museum closed, our group was invited in. We toured right up to the artwork. We saw the last works of Renoir and Rembrandt. We had a private dinner with a beautiful strings orchestra playing to us all after the museum was closed. Absolutely amazing. Some of those unexpected moments, one of my favorites, I don't know if everyone can see this, was in Colombia a couple of years ago. And as we toured around, we were getting pictures taken. And little did I know that at our last night, we would have a rum and chocolate tasting. And we were presented with chocolate bars, but not just any chocolate bar. The chocolate bar actually shows pictures of us each day on our trip experiencing a different phenomenal experience. Those are what transform a destination into a secret escape. Your portfolio on the water, this is your liquid asset portion of travel life. There are 3 distinct ways to experience the water, each offering its own style of luxury, connection, and freedom. Luxury ocean escapes, that effortless, all-inclusive travel with spacious ships, some being under 1,000, some over 7,000, depending on where your comfort level is. It's the elevated dining, multiple destinations without ever unpacking, multiple dining locations on board. It's for that solo traveler, you and your partner, your girls group, or the whole family experiencing a culture together. Then there's the river cruising. It's smaller, more intimate ships, typically under 200 people, that dock right in the heart of the historic city. So you're creating these deeply immersive cultural experiences because as you dock, you walk off and walk into the city. It's pretty remarkable. And what's nice about that is you can also stay longer in those smaller ports. I look at both luxury ocean escapes and river cruising, kind of like going to a tapas bar. You're getting a little taste of everything, and then you know where you want to go back and do a deep dive. The private yacht charters are completely customized travel with total flexibility. We hire your private crew, and you have access to these secluded destinations that you really can't reach any other way. And when I say private crew, that means skipper and your cook or your chef on board. This is great for families or small groups of friends that really want to just explore and have some freedom. A lot of my clients are wanting to return home changed, not just rested. They are not just checking off a country on their list. We orchestrate and access private vineyards across the globe, VIP cultural events normally closed to the public. These are a few of my favorite experiences learning about wine up here at the top. I don't know if you can see my pointer, but here I was learning about wine and blending my own wine. So I got to blend my own wine, make a bottle, and then I was able to cork it all by myself, share it. And 2 years later, I was able to share it with my husband. Down in the Netherlands earlier this month, I was touring the Delft factory and creating my own Delft masterpiece. Let me just tell you, I have a new appreciation for those artist masters who can perfectly paint on porcelain. Mine did not look like the ones that I bought in the gift shop. But I love it all the same. It's my creation. Over here, visiting the birthplace of democracy at the Acropolis in Athens. Talk about architecture. The Great Wall of China. Part of this was my bucket list trip because I also went to Xi'an and right before opening was able to go in and see these amazing terracotta soldiers, which they're actually taller than me. For any of you who may know me, I'm not even 5 foot tall. So these are life-size clay soldiers, each one individually created, probably representing the artist itself or someone they knew. Anyway, I started crying when I saw it. Later that day, after climbing the Great Wall, I also got to do Tai Chi on the Great Wall with the Tai Chi master. The most colorful celebration travel was my travel to India. So this is taken in Jaipur, which is kind of the heart of where Holi is celebrated. Holi is a March, typically, festival in India where it's celebrating the rebirth of spring. And I say it's colorful. It's celebrated by throwing color powdered on other people. Earlier that day, before I got really messy, just walking along the boardwalk and outside, I would come across people who would just kind of paint me. It was, I don't know. I hope you can see the joy on my face because I still feel it in my heart every time I even think about this. Hopefully, something I've said is going to resonate with you. I'd like you to take just a minute or so and mentally select 2 or 3 boxes that do resonate with you most right now. Is it that culinary and wine adventure? Are you wanting to escape, just unplug and get away from everybody? Are you looking for soft adventure and expeditions into the unknown? Do you have a bucket list journey that you're thinking about? Architecture. Earlier this month, again in Rotterdam, I had no idea that it had been obliterated off the map pretty much during World War II. The architecture in Rotterdam versus Amsterdam, completely different. Very little of any architecture that looks old, pre-World War II. Instead, you see these they're cubic houses that are above the water and above the street line that are hanging there. These 2-story homes that are truly cubes. Blows my mind, the different architecture that you see around the world, not just the old churches and the old buildings, but the new architecture and how they're combining those. In Bordeaux, there's this absolutely fabulous wine museum that looks like a decanter. So finding that architecture all around the world. Are you looking for festivals and world events? Maybe you're not up for Holi in India, but are you up to see the Chiefs in the World Series again next year? If so, do you want to see them actually play there? Are you wanting to go see the Masters or Wimbledon? There's so many. I've also had a lot of requests for Formula One around the world. So regardless of which box is resonating with you, the content really needs to be built by a professional to ensure that your return on life and your investment, both financially and time-wise, are completely maximized. I probably ran through this way too fast. I get nervous. So I'm going to open it up. But if there's anything that has sparked a desire in you or that has created questions, we will open it up for questions and answers. But also feel free to take a picture of this slide, or you can use the QR code to connect with me. Lauren, I'm going to let you open this up now.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Barb. That was great. I have allowed everyone to unmute themselves. So if you have a question, you're welcome to go ahead and unmute and ask it. Or if it's something more personal that you don't want to ask to the whole group, you're certainly welcome to reach out to Barb offline. I'm sure she would be thrilled to help you out. While we're kind of waiting for those questions to come in, I have a question for you. Where's one place that you've been that you would go back time and time again?
Paris is always a good idea. I love Paris. If it were safe today, I would go back to Israel in a heartbeat. I've been to Israel 3 times, and I will go back again. Maybe not this month.
Yeah.
There are so many places I want to go that I try not to go back to the same place. Twice. Except places like that.
I'm sure the possibilities are endless.
There's the more I get out, the more I want.
Yeah. It looks like we have someone who has their hand up, so
awesome.
Maybe not, but you're welcome to unmute yourself.
Am I not?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm just curious on like national parks. Is there ways? What I am wanting, my desire is take grandkids to national parks and see parts of the national park that the normal public doesn't see. Like you see on the documentaries and that. And it's like, you never see that when you actually go there. So do you have
I
people like
do.
you have those connections? Okay, cool.
I do. So, and I work with Tauk, which is, they actually invented the national park tours, and they have a program called Bridges that are designed specifically for taking children with you or with them. And so, like at the Grand Canyon, you're actually staying. Normally they stay at Rosewood hotels, and it's this lovely experience. But at Grand Canyon, you're staying right there at the lodge where Old Faithful is just outside your door. So before anybody wakes up, you are right there watching it, having your coffee, letting the kids have milk and donuts while watching Old Faithful in the morning.
It's great. Thank you.
You bet. Anyone else?
Any other questions from anyone? You're welcome to unmute, or like we've mentioned, you're welcome to reach out to Barb directly. As Michelle said at the beginning, this is being recorded, so we'll distribute that. So we'd love for you to share this with anyone who might find this interesting. You can share that recording with them, and as well Barb's information that she has.
Is I really that good, guys? Come on, there's got to be questions.
It looks like someone may be unmuted.
Yes.
Yes, I have a question. What if you're a single traveler, like for cruises and things that usually it's double occupancy type things?
There are a lot of cruises. I won't say a lot. There are some cruises that specialize in that solo traveler. So being able to find the right cruise for you so you feel comfortable is imperative. A lot of and there's also solo groups. There are women-only groups that you can go on to different places and join in. So would love to help you find those.
Thank you for your help.
You bet. Thank you for the question.
All right. Well, Barb and I will stick on here, so feel free. You're welcome to ask questions or hop off. But it looks like we have another one coming in from Jay.
Yeah, Barb, have lots of questions, but love to reach
Jay?
to you directly. Hello, Barb.
I was going to call you out.
But that's why I unmuted. Yeah, no, love to chat with you. I'll do that offline.
Wonderful. I can't wait. I miss seeing you.
Likewise.
All right. Well, Barb, thank you so much for your time. This was great. Excited. I know I have some new ideas in my head too of where to go next. So
that's always my problem. Where to next? You know, people will ask me, where's your favorite place? And my snarky answer is the last one I went to and the next one I'm going. Because there's only two places that I've cried when I've left, and that was Israel and China. And I think part of it too is who you go with. Israel, if you're not changed, and it doesn't matter what religion you are, it's the birthplace of so many. If you're not changed, then you didn't have the right tour guides and the right provider, the person creating the experience for you. And with China, I really expected, the Red Army to be marching around, and I expected horns blowing and propaganda everywhere. And I was so surprised at how friendly the people were. We were in Longshan, which is that's actually, I didn't show that picture. I was doing Tai Chi there as well along the river. And we did a bike ride around the river. And all the little kids would drive by and they want to practice their English. Hello, hello. And this
That's
older
fun.
lady came by and she goes, Americans, selfie. She grabbed her phone, took a selfie of all of us together. I mean, it's these special things that make the trip.
Yeah, for sure.
So, any other questions?
Where's your favorite place to go that you think has the best food?
Ooh. You know, it really depends on your palate. I personally love Thailand and India because I like spicy.
Mm-hmm.
My husband loves, he's a little Pillsbury Doughboy. So he loves Italy and he loves France.
Mm-hmm.
I was just in Amsterdam earlier this month, fresh on my mind, and I found the first plate to plant restaurant. It was a 9-course tasting in a greenhouse. They grow all of their own plants and vegetables, takes out the middleman completely. The menu that they brought us was just the appetizer and cocktails. And the rest was a surprise. They knew that I was gluten-free. So it was all designed specifically for me. And wine pairings with each item. Total cost was only 245 euros, which I thought was mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So
For that
that's
many courses
total,
too.
not per person. So I
Oh.
love that food. It was my husband's birthday and it was my treat. So I love the deal. But I always tease, he will travel for food.
Mm-hmm. I know my family, that's what we like to do. We like to travel, and we could just pick out our breakfast, lunch, and dinner place and be set. Spend hours eating and yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's fun to go and learn how to cook something in a home or with a chef, and then to be able to come back home and recreate that.
Mm-hmm.
Those are those food experiences that I find really fun and exciting. I'll tell you, the one food I didn't like in China was I did try the fried crickets, and they were very crunchy. I won't eat them again. But I tried it.
Yeah.
It was gluten-free.